I'm Bill Wetzel. I'm a member of the Blackfeet tribe. This is for some of you who know my Facebook statuses. The Blackfeet are a tall, dark, noble, stoic people. Then there is me. I hate how people stereotype Indians as violent alcoholics. It pisses me off so much I just want to go get drunk and beat somebody up. For most of my life, I thought the Blackfeet words for come here quickly actually meant you better run, you little fucker. I say potato, and you say it like a douche. My body is not my temple. It's more like a really awesome whorehouse. I have turned all of my skeletons in my closet into a formidable army. I have a lot in common with Nelson Mandela, mostly that we've both been to jail before. New neighbor was sitting naked on a mat in his living room watching TV with the door open. Okay, nobody out weirdos me. Challenge accepted. I wish just once in my life I could be as happy as those guys on Maury in the instant he says, "And you are not the father." Sometimes you get that spark with somebody so bad that you can't even wait until she's fully inflated before you have to have her. I don't know what the big deal about disciplining kids is. Look at me. I got spanked by a stripper last night and I turned out all right. I think that's good. So some of these are so bad that like you can't do it in public. Most of these are going to be in the American Indian Culture and Research Journal, and I blame that David Troyer for that, who's a native writer, and he requested it, and I was like, "Are you really sure you want these?" And he's like, "Yeah, go ahead." And I think I basically set native writing back about 50 years with those. This is called a collaboration with O. I like O. He once defined the word unhomed for me over dinner. O's poetry reminds me that language is our identity, that a single word can expand our experience of who we are and where we are from. A single word can tell a whole story, but further. A story can be a letter, a shape, a space, period. A space inside of a letter. The more we break apart language, the more stories we find. Language and identity are infinite this way. The further we anatomize them, the more definitive they become. I've heard O referred to as that Navajo language poet. I think calling a Dene poet Navajo minimizes their language and therefore their identity. It unhomes them. But yes, you should read O's work. He put all of the white spaces into this story. I'm going to dedicate this one to both Sherwin Bitsui and Matthew Conley. So this is called Shop Talk. He is taking a piss behind a dumpster. His friend is wandering around a nearby parking lot, but he doesn't see him. So he calls out. He doesn't say a name or anything rational. "This has been a very unliterary evening, you fucker." They are inebriated. The world is a drunken blur. His friend calls back to him. 2 words. Shop talk. This group of men, these indigenous scholars, the best of the best and brightest, they believe they are the future, that they will change the world, alter the way things are and always have been. They sit in a bar and talk about how smart they are. You're a fucking genius. Bullshit, you're a fucking genius. They have a rule, only one. You can't shop talk. If you discuss politics or literature or anything related to school or work, then somebody will call out shop talk, and you have to finish what you are drinking in one swig or take a shot of hard liquor. This is his first time in this circle. He shop talks frequently. He loves tequila. Tequila, he laughs. His friend is slamming mojitos. It all goes downhill from there. He loses focus. No, They lose focus. No, everybody loses focus. They feed off of each other's negative energy. They talk about anger, about white people, about pain, about struggle, shop talk. He wakes up on a bench near the 4th Avenue underpass, his heart pounding, hungover, dried blood crusted on his shirt, hands, and face. He doesn't know how long he has been there. He vaguely remembers an altercation from the night before. 3 white kids, college age. One of them confronted him and words started pouring from his mouth. Words not his own. Even as he was yelling, he wasn't sure if he believed them. Earlier that night, he was drinking with his friend, a Dene doctoral candidate. Angry words came from his friend's mouth about the world, white people. He found himself saying these same things to the white kid in front of him. Then the punches came, the kicks, to his head, to his ribs. They all joined in. He went in and out of consciousness. He remembers crawling to the bench after they left him, lying down to sleep, breathing in, savoring the tinny taste of blood. When he passed out for the final time, he whispered to himself, "Shop talk." She is spread out on a table. His friend elbows him. "That rough chick, look at her. She's trying to act sexy." He knows this, but he doesn't want to look. Her seedy boyfriend hovers over her. They kiss and dry hump on the table. His friend elbows him again. "Holy shit, they're gonna fuck." He thinks about the black mold in the bar bathroom, about the tacky space heater set up around the whole place, about how if they're in this shitty dive bar at their age, what will they be doing 20 years from now? He thinks about an old paradigm where indigenous people were thought to be in conflict with white people, that if they had just been left alone, everything would have been fine, that right now everything would be okay. But he doesn't believe this anymore. He sees a conflict within indigenous people, how they battle each other, how his friends, family, and loved ones battle themselves, how he battles himself. His friend looks away from the couple grinding on the table, back over at him and says, "That is fucked up." "Shop talk," he replies. They both glance at each other, then finish their beers in one drink. Thank you.